2023 IMA ITP Winter Show. So both today and tomorrow we have some amazing projects at 278 Street in Brooklyn for you guys. Today we'll be focusing on the board, and tomorrow we'll be focusing on the second focus on student projects. So stay tuned for both days because this semester has some amazing projects for you guys lined up. So first off, we're going to start off with the board. And Troy, could you please introduce yourself and the project name and also your team?
Yeah, absolutely. So hi everyone, I'm Paul Margalit. I'm a second year ITP student. And what you're seeing right here is my thesis project, which is the beginning of an AI-based academy, a learning platform where everything is generated by AI, tailored to each user's needs, goals, and learning.
That sounds super cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we have right here is like a very short snippet of it, which is kind of a course about creative coding. And we can try to engage with it and see what happens. People already have started. But what we're seeing, essentially they're responding to two questions about kind of what they want to learn, what their interests are, what their goals are. And then it's generative learning plan, as you can see right here, a learning plan that is tailored exactly for them. So it's like there is no other course like this because it's like this is only their own course. And then they can start actually listening, and then the AI actually would start the course, teaching them about the different things, like according to the plan. It's loading, but it will go out soon. And then it actually should start speaking, but yeah, you can hear it speak, but it's a little quiet right now.
Yeah, so for the audience, and it's absolutely such an amazing interface of what you want to design. Do you see yourself doing this project in the future?
So as I said, it's going to be an AI academy. So as of now, it's just teaching one course. But in the future, I want to also have many courses that kind of everyone can just join, tell whatever they want to learn, and start learning based on whatever their preferences are, needs are, and learning goals are.
That's so cool. So if you want to get in touch with you, do you have a website or Instagram handle they can use?
Yeah, absolutely. So they can go to Dror Margalit, which is from the top, DRORMARGALIT.com. So drormargalit.com, and they have my info there and all of that.
Yeah, we're also going to link your other information.
Thank you very much.
We're going to move on to the next project.
Hi, could you tell us your name and your department and your project title, please?
Yeah, I'm Sam de Armas. I am a second year ITP student, and this is Sam's phone or Josh's phone.
Oh, Josh's phone. My name is Josh. I'm also at ITP. What was the other part of the question?
Your project title. But you could also like elaborate a little more about your project. We would love to learn more about it.
Sure. So, sorry, the lights just turned on. You know, I'm really tired of companies like Meta and Facebook and Google like monetizing my data and my privacy. So I've decided to go direct to consumers and sell my privacy direct to people who are willing to pay me for it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. Is there like some sort of technology you involved in this, into this project?
Yeah, actually, I did the fabrication, and Josh did the physical computation part of it. So he's actually the best person to ask about it.
Yes. So inside we have a Adafruit Itsy Bitsy sending a keystroke, aka the passcode, to the phone that's pre-programmed, and basically we have a coin selector, a coin acceptor that sends a signal to the Itsy Bitsy that triggers that.
Wonderful. What's like maybe like your favorite part about this project?
Watching people interact with it and seeing people's confusion, because what are we doing letting people go through our phones without any yeah, we just let people go through our phone for 10 seconds. Today is Josh's phone and tomorrow will be my phone, but it's just been fun watching people interact with it, especially people we know.
Wow, yeah, I think that's a very interesting concept for a project. For people like who wants to find you online in the future, maybe for opportunities, is there like a online platform that you could share with us? Maybe like a website or Twitter?
Yeah, my website is samdearmas.com, and everything else will be on there.
And mine is josh.net.
Awesome, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Hello. Thanks for telling the name. We're showing. Anyway, just look at the cover.
Okay. Hi, my name is Mingzi. I am an ITP first year student, and this is my project. It's called 100 Heartbeats, which as its name is 100 heartbeats, right? So basically, I'm wearing this thing that's like recording my heartbeat at a moment, and each day I record my heartbeat. Right now, it's like normally. Oh no. Yeah. So every day I record my heartbeat, and in a very specific moment, it's when I'm in an intimate relationship. When I do that, I just record it with my phone, and then when I go home, I just paint one heartbeat before the end of the day.
Wow, that sounds like a very long process. So what made you want to create this project?
I fell in love with a girl, and I want to paint this one. It's my response. Here's to you.
This is beautiful. Yeah, it says this to you on the description. That is wow, that is beautiful. So what do you think what some of the most joyful moments that you have?
For me personally,
Yeah, for you personally.
painting. It's such a mesmerizing thing to just paint with music at home alone in the dark. It's just such an enjoyable thing to do.
It really is. We're still painting now.
Yeah.
Wow, it's an ongoing project. So if people want to find you online or like how should they handle?
Yeah, sure. So you can either go to my personal website, which is mingzigao.com, mingzigao.com, or you go to my Instagram, which is mingzi with a Z, mingzz with WINTH, the Z, like letter Z.
Thank you so much for spelling that out. Do you have anything you want to add on?
I'll just keep painting. So, yeah.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much.
Hi, can you tell us your name, your department, and your project title, please?
Sure. The name is John Luo, also goes by Junqi Luo, and I'm in ITP. This is the project called The Human Touch. It is inspired by the artist Abramovich's Rhythm Zero, and as you can see here, they're actually playing with that. I'm glad to see that. And this is a silicon neck embedded with 3 types of sensors, and it's connected to my laptop and projected on a monitor. And I've created this cyber humanoid creature on the screen, and the creature is going to respond to how the user interact with the neck. And it's basically, as you can see on the screen, the creature doesn't have its neck; it's in the physical space. And based on like how gentle or how violent the audience are interacting with this thing, the creature is going to do like different things, and the rest are for the audience to explore. And the idea of this project is to like discuss and explore the how fragile human relationship can be, and what's like the boundary of trust and trust issues, just like what Abramovich showed in her performance art.
Oh wow, yeah, I think this is like wonderful. Are there any like specific technologies that you were like attached to while you were working on this project?
Oh yeah, sure. So first of all, this scene, as you can see right over here, is written with 3GS language, which is a JavaScript-based Web 3D language library. And also the physical part is made with silicon. I use 3D printing to do a mold, then cast a neck out of it. And the silicon is also named as dragon skin, which is very tough. So it's more tolerable, so people can play around with it. And also within the neck, there are FSR, also known as force sensitive resistor, and capacitive sensor, which is used by those wires, as you can see, and also flex sensor. These sensors together create some sort of a combination, which triggers different combinations of the animations of this humanoid creature.
Wonderful. I think this is like a really like magnificent piece. For people who want to find you online for maybe future opportunities or like your portfolio, is there like a website or a Instagram that they can look for?
Oh, definitely. I put my QR code that leads to my website right over here. And for someone who are interested in my work, it's on johnlol.net. And I've put all my work and also linked my Instagram, also my LinkedIn on it. So yeah.
Wonderful. I think that's really prepared, and it's awesome for you to have like these amazing projects up there. Thank you so much for your talk today.
I'm also an enrolled senior.
And could you tell us your project, please?
Yeah, so this is MRC Rumors. It's an informational website platform. And for this show, we just wanted to display some of our coding from our website. Yeah, so we'll start with this one.
Let's step over here so we can get a better view.
Okay. So, yeah. So this is the website, and this you will go through to look more into real estate interviewers. Probably a lot of us experience running a long-term we've had a lot of rainfall. And one of the ways to mitigate this rainfall is also the other kind of and in New York, it's actually complete roof. So it's more of an introduction into it. And we once we realized for like more like shredders and creating. So know a little bit more about how rainbows can act for building. Yeah, so if you tap on these buttons, you can understand kind of how green roofs help to insulate the building and reduce energy bill. Yeah, the features that we have. You can also go to our other policies and know a little bit more about the different components that we create, and you can actually see more about whether we have any like greenhouse or things that goes back for the community space. No last component that we can show you guys like know more about your neighborhood and current state. So I live in Chelsea, so we can know more about what it looks like. So with Chelsea, you can know more about vegetative cover, temperature, and walkability. And here we also have stats on what the temperature could potentially be with more graders and vegetation in the area.
Wow. This seems like it's such a developed system of you guys created. It has everything in there. So if people want to get in touch with you, either on like this website or like you guys personally, like do you guys have any socials? Like a tutorial?
LinkedIn. Yeah, you can find us on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn, they said, okay, we're gonna leave the contact info on the screen. Thank you guys so much for your time. Moving on to the next one.
Hi, could you introduce yourself, maybe your name, your department, and your project title, please?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Long, and I'm ITP second year. And uh, the project title is called a solar system.
Wonderful. I think this is a very interesting project. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, of course. So there are 8 layers of planetary gears, and then one motor is behind and driving all 8 layers, and each layer represents a planet in the solar system. And then besides that, we put an LED behind to represent the color of the sun. And then in addition to the acrylic layers, we do have an enclosure. And then the other side of the enclosure, we intentionally chose the wood, which is a hole. So the viewers gonna have opportunity to peek through the whole thing happening inside. And besides that, we built a concrete pedestal for it, which is about 4 feet high because we want like we want the model to be the eye level of the viewers. And then after that, we build a dolly for that, just to move everything because this thing again alone is like 400 pounds.
Wonderful. I think this is like really sophisticated. Maybe like while you were working on this project, was there like a biggest like obstacle that you faced? Fabrication sounds like a really like big hurdle that you might have faced. Was that like a trouble for you?
Yeah, fabrication is really it's not that difficult, but it's really difficult. We went through a lot of iterations. I think the most difficult part is to design everything because you want like one shaft go through like 8 layers and make them move like simultaneously. And then for that, we actually spend a lot of time doing the calculation.
Yeah, I think this is awesome. I think you have a really wonderful result. For people who want to find you online, maybe for future opportunities, where can they find you? Do you have a website you might want to share?
Yeah, I do. It's long long dot studio.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, hello, please say your name, program.
Hi, my name is Clara, and I'm the first year in this year. And this project is called Transformative Galaxy. Do you want me to introduce it?
Yeah, it would be really nice if you could give a demonstration.
Okay, sure. So this is a facial recognition galaxy, and it can detect when you are happy, neutral, like that, and the web can just if someone says something here. I'm doing music face, and it looks like this. Or sound.
Is there
going to improve and start little increase of law. So that's basically how it works.
That's so cool.
Yes, I'm help out. Yeah. And the ground is great in freedom.
That is absolutely beautiful. So what gives you the inspiration to find out?
I just want to make a meditative the concept of doing project for this experiment, and that's how I come up with this idea.
This is absolutely beautiful. So if you want to get in touch with me about your project on your website or any personal social media account, do you have any info for us?
Yes, I can. I have Instagram and ID is Kara underscore CYY, or you can reach out to me with my email. It is CY150 3@yahoo.edu.
Thank you so much for spelling that out for us. So we're gonna also leave that on the screen for the audience. And do you have anything else to add?
I hope you enjoyed it. It's amazing.
Yeah, this was absolutely beautiful. Great job.
Thank you.
Hi, can you tell us your name, your department, and your project title, please?
Hi, my name is Yu. I'm a second year at ITP. My project is called Pixie Panel.
Wonderful. It sounds like a very interesting project. Could you demonstrate how it works for us?
Yes, so you move your hands to trigger the movement of the grids, and you can grab a grid and you can shoot it. This is basically how it works.
Wow, this is like a very high-end interaction. What kind of technology did you use to create this project?
So the hand movement is detected with lead motion, and I'm sending the hand movement data through Open Frameworks as an OSC message to a Node.js server, and the Node.js server will send to a front-end website. And the website is made with 3JS.
Wonderful. That's amazing. What's your favorite part about this project?
The sound. It's made with Tone.js, and I find 2 samples online.
I think that's amazing. For people who want to find you online, maybe for your portfolio or job opportunities, where can they find you online?
My Instagram is _DUNDERY.
Awesome. Thank you. Is there anything you might want to add for your project?
Yes, this project is co-created with my partner in Sing Machine. Her name is Qinglang.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you just say small. Hello.
My name is Song. This project is possible. Well, as the name says, it looks like a multiplication block. Inside of it, sounds, and then you just press it. The sound is something like water. So you sound at the bottom.
That's so cool. Could you also maybe explain the graphics of
instruction? One of the camera can see it. It just tells you what to do. So it normally plays sound, actually records the sound. So every time you empty, it's not going to play again until you say something to it.
It sounds like water pouring out.
Yeah. So whatever you say, it's in here.
Yeah, this is actually amazing. And how was the process like?
It's there's our range, right? And then there's also Bluetooth module that connects the speaker and microphone to the computer that process the audio. So it's standalone, but it's wireless.
This is that sounds super advanced. You should make a lot of
those. Only if I have enough time.
Okay, well, if you want to actually get in touch with you for this project, how should they find you out on social media?
You can find me at www.zongzechannel.
Yeah, we'll also link that. Yeah, we'll link that onto the screen as well. But thank you so much for your amazing project. Yeah.
Hi, could you tell us your name, your department, and your project title, please?
Yes, we are Pian and Sangyu. We are the NYU ITP students first year, and our project is called Solo Pong.
Wonderful. Could you tell us more about your project?
Our project is a automatic ping pong play. So we wanted to like reprogramming the relationship between like human and sports. So we made all the just the movements by programming. Now you can see it like the ping pong ball is moving like back and forth, and then the once the sensor like detects the ball, it will come up to hit the pad.
Wonderful. I think this is a really amazing project. Are there any like technical difficulties you might have faced during like the process of your project building?
Yeah, other than the PCOM itself, I think 3D printing the rail is actually pretty hard. The offsets of our 3D printers might not be the same, so we did a lot of sanding, a lot of like fixing and everything, placing everything together, make sure it works. So, yeah.
Wonderful. What is maybe like your favorite part of this project?
Maybe it was our first time using the time of flight distance sensor, so it was fun to just learn some new technologies.
Perfect. For anyone who wants to find you online, maybe for your work portfolio or like maybe future opportunities, where can we find you online? Maybe like a website?
Yeah, currently my website's still installing, but you can find me on Instagram. It's PIENSHYU. I'm Pian.
Wonderful. Could you also share your contact with us?
Yeah, my NYU email is sc7436@nyu.edu. So just feel free to email me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Would you like to add anything to your project?
Yeah, it's a performance piece, so you can totally just stand here, like look at it, play a little while.
Wonderful. I think this is beautiful. Thank you so much.
Ready. Hello. Could you please explain your project a little bit, but also state your name?
Hello, my name is Cassie. I'm the first year, and I'm making a washing machine, but actually I'm functioning as a camera.
What? That sounds incredible. Could you give us a quick demonstration?
Yes. So basically, so initially, I would like to ask people to put their hands inside of the washing machine, so just like that.
Oh.
So yeah, it will take a photo of you, and maybe I'll ask like some of my friends can you do the demo?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Maybe you want to put your hands.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yay! Then if you want to put your hands, you can also like put your just like the sensors and yeah.
Wow. I really like how it's dropping like blobs.
Yeah, because everyone has like and then yeah, when the photo there's my photo will automatically flash attach the loaded phone close the door to watch. And do you want
close the door?
Yeah, and it suddenly deconstruct all the photos into pictures and evenly blend them together.
Wow, there's really I don't. Where did this inspiration come from? Why did you want to combine the photos?
Yeah, so I basically want to use the manual of washing machine to create the brilliance of how I make with my community. Because with the strong washing machine, it's the button to watch. The washing machine is just basically ignore all the characteristics carried by the process. Like no matter what brand it is, what texture, what characteristics, it's just ignore and blend it equally. This is how I feel when I engage with my community. They are sexual. They are like from a different background. Like being really into a washing machine. Like we all together and really great and
Do you think that's a positive thing? Sounds like a hot take for the audience. Okay, well, if people want to, get in touch with you or on social media or your website, do you have one?
I have a social media and I made a poster.
Oh, QR code right here if you want to scan. We're also going to leave your Instagram link on the page for the audience. Well, thank you so much for your so much for your amazing washing machine.
Thank you.
Yeah, amazing work. Next project.
Hi, could you introduce yourself with maybe your name, your department, and your project title, please?
Of course. Hello, my name is Arya, and I'm a first year at Interactive Telecommunications program, and my project's name is ITP Shuffle.
Wonderful. I think that's a very interesting name for the project. Could you please share with us a little more about your project?
Of course. So, ITP Shuffle, it is an interactive installation that is inspired by the modern interpretation of students' lives and how they basically balance their life through a strategy simulation tool.
Gotcha. I think I'm seeing like interesting like names here: energy, social life, sleep, and food for these knobs. Could you maybe like demonstrate how it works for us?
Of course, yes. I'm gonna grab code here. So you're gonna have to like press on one of the parameters and move them. And as you move a parameter, you'll see the rest of them kind of automatically, they automatically like change themselves and kind of like through the data and survey, they kind of like you'll be able to understand how they're affecting each other's lives.
I think this is really interesting. I now see that the finals is maxed out and the food is at a very low. Is that
Is also at a very low, yes.
Yeah. So is that correlation maybe like out of your experience from ITP?
No. So this has been basically like created through a lot of quantitative and qualitative survey that has been done through the students on the floor and how they balance their time, and then through that data, this like strategy simulation tool has been created.
I think that's really interesting. Is there anything you might want to add for this project?
One thing I would love for this project in the future is to be a lot bigger and like have a lot more different parameters and like maybe have teachers and their day-to-day lives be involved into it and kind of create it into a more bigger control room kind of a setup.
I think that's a really interesting second project. Is there any like online presence that maybe people could find you on, maybe like a website or an Instagram?
Yes. So my website is my name, aryabansal.net. And yeah, my Instagram is my name as well at aryabansal.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your project demonstration.
So could you tell us your name, your project title, and your program, please.
Yeah, so my name is Isabella. I'm a third year at IMA, and this project is Methods of Motion Animation Wraps.
Hi, I'm Annika Bajroy, and one of my projects a part of Methods of Motion is Fast Speeds, and I'm a second year at IMA.
Yeah, this is super cool. Could you please tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, of course. So this class is a class about trying different methods of animation and different methods of storytelling. So this collaboration here is a compound of 19 different animations by 14 different students, where all of us tried different methods of animation that we were either totally inexperienced at or somewhat experienced at. So what we have here is a bunch of animations that are collages and After Effects, frame-by-frame animation, stop motion, 3D, all sorts of things.
That's a really big compilation of animations. What were some of your favorite moments in this class?
Favorite moments were definitely like animation. We had first and then we did a collage animation and also different variety of skills that we learned.
Shout out to Patrick. Yeah, so if people want to get in touch with you guys, if they have any questions or they just want to see your work, where should they find you online?
So all of the animations, you can actually find them at Methods of Motion on YouTube. I encourage you to check them out. All of the students' names for all the individual animations are in the description. And that's where you'll find all of the works that we've done this semester.
Cool. Thank you so much. This is an amazing compilation of work. Yeah, great job. Next project. Thank you. Next project.
Hi, could you introduce yourself by telling us your name, your project title, and your department, please?
Hi, my name is Johnny, and I'm a first year ITP student. So yeah, and this is my project name called Atmosa.
Interesting. Maybe could you tell us a little more about like maybe the title of your project and what it's about?
Oh, so I get the inspiration of like the real mimosa plant, which like will like if you touch it, it will have such reaction. So I built this based on like the eco-friendly theory and the transhumanism. The first thing is I intentionally make this kind of metallic feeling to remind people of like industrial revolution. So we used to regard humanity and nature as two separate parts, right? But then I'm just thinking of why ecofeminism thinks that like a holism view of like bringing two parts together. And another thing is when you think of the image of a cyborg, right, in the movies, you will imagine like a humanity like with high tech on his body, right? And I just think if we use the holism view of regarding nature and humanity as a bigger system, then why does have to on our body, right? It also can be some artificial plants in the environment, stuff like that, and that's also why like I feel like an illustration of it will look like if it has multiple mimosas in a garden and stuff like that.
I think that's wonderful. I think one thing that's very interesting about your project is that you're combining nature and metallics together, which is very interesting. Is there any technology that you use?
So I just use a very basic ultrasonic sensor and the volume sensor, and the LED strip. So I think the most complex part of this project is its mechanism. So you want to figure out how the stepper motor moves and how it have the gesture of blooming, and yeah, and also it takes me some time to do the metal laser cutting and stuff like that. So like the material is also very important in this project.
For sure, yeah. I think this is a really sophisticated piece, and congratulations for creating such a masterpiece. For people who want to find you online for maybe similar work or future opportunities, is there like a website or Instagram that you might want to like offer them?
Yeah, sure. My personal website is johnny/z.com, and my Instagram account is jc.2949.
Wonderful. Is there any like maybe final notes that you might want to add?
Yeah, I think that's it. It's really like a great semester that I can build a mechanical automaton project like this. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, hello. Could you please tell us your name and project?
Hi, so my name is Steve. This is my project, Chris. I'm in the second year of Kinetic, and this one is for design for digital fabrication as well as project development studio. It's a series of toys, art toys that I created that has the same shape, same design, but just made from different materials. And it's meant to capture my own obsession with materials and also my hoarding habits. So yeah.
Yeah, could you tell us a little bit more what the fabrication?
Right. So I did this over 2 semesters. Most of the ones from the first semester I cut with my hand on bandsaw in the shop, and then sanded them, polished, oiled, and waxed. I actually specified some of the fabrication process on the tags over there, but yeah, the other half was made CNC mostly because it's precise and it's fast, and it takes me some time that for sanding, and it's I can get them all uniform, like one shape, which is part of the shtick of this project.
Yeah, I really like how the fish has like he has like a little geometric shape and he has two little dots for eyes.
Yes, yes. This is meant to be like a character. Like you slap two eyes on anything, instantly it becomes it becomes a character and something you can relate to.
Yeah, it's playful and it's artistic. I love it. So if people want to buy a piece from you or like get in touch with you on social media or on your website, do you have for that?
Right. This is not for sale, strictly for myself and for you guys to enjoy. But you can find me on my Instagram over there at the QR code.
We're also going to
Not now, but I will be building one for it.
Yes, thank you so much for your project.
Thank you.
So, can you maybe introduce yourself by telling us your name, your project title, and your department, please?
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm Iris.
This is my project, Human Nature. I'm a graduating senior in IMA.
Wonderful. Can you tell us a little more about your project? I think it's very beautiful.
Thank you. This project is really just a study on human nature and the separation between mankind and the natural world. It's a mobile that I built to elevate pieces of trash I will find on the street. And every piece of trash here, I believe, carries a very significant history of just who has passed by and the environment that they have been in. And all of these I've seen on my streets for like months and months, and they just always been there. And I thought it was just very interesting. And I wanted to elevate it in a way that you can kind of draw attention to it and then inspect it. And I think that brings about moments of reflection. Um, yeah, personally, it was just very interesting to me. I don't know what other people get away from it.
I mean, I think this is a very interesting project. Do you see this project maybe branching into like another one in the future?
Possibly, actually. I think it would be very interesting if it was like at a larger scale and maybe trash from different neighborhoods just to see how it differs, like each community and the trash that they produce. And I also did include elements of my own writing and just notes, which I think is also an interesting aspect of it. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is wonderful. For anybody who wants to maybe reach out to you in the future for opportunities and maybe like work, is there like an email address or website that you could offer us?
Yes, my email is iris, IRIS, period, xfc at gmail.com, and my website is iceofiris.net.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your participation. Is there anything else you might want to add?
Come see this. Come see this. Touch at your own, proceed with caution. I'll just say, I don't know what kind of illness.
Wonderful. I think that's a great note. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Okay, hello. Could you please spell your name?
Hi, I'm Anastasia Duarte. I'm a student at the IMA LowRes program, a graduate student, and my project is called Modern Art 2.0. I wanted to do a play on how the critique of modern art is something that children can do. All of us at ITP and IMA, I'm sure, have had to deal with family and friends don't understand what they're doing. So I just wanted to have an interactive experience for people where they can speak their mind about modern art while becoming part of creative.
I really felt really sympathetic. It was a really strong institution.
Sure. Basically, you have to speak like speaking your mind. It's really loud here, but like you see the circles that are populated, basically the entire screen becomes a canvas. So you become part of the artist. It's also really loud here, so unfortunately, like you see, you have small microphone. So the problem is that it's generally much louder.
Yeah, even yeah.
So when I wish people would come when it's quieter here, because during the day, it's very beautiful, but I think there is beauty in the silence, so chaotic here, and so the day does not become So I'm an expert of my and this is not online yet because this was created from a class project on my space, and then my advice was show like I think my Instagram.
Hi, can you introduce yourself by telling us your name, your department, and your project, please?
Okay, I'm Sao Otake in ITP first year. I'm making immortal pigeons.
Immortal pigeons. I think that's a very interesting name and also a very interesting visual. What was an inspiration for this project?
I really wanted to make it as abstract because people has a lot of interpretation about like one specific thing. So I kind of wanted to make like abstract means people can interpret like my work in their way. So that's why I didn't want to make it in realistic way. Yeah.
Wonderful. I think this is very interesting. Is this like a doll? I see like a wire coming through it. What is this self sculpture?
So this is like if people hack pigeon, they will create a sound actually, and then people can kind of feel the existence of pigeon in their, hand, and then hopefully they will appreciate pigeon existence, in their way.
I think that's a very heartwarming message for your project. Do you see this project maybe like branching out in the future?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, right now I have a lot of program about wiring, pressure sensor, PCOM stuff. Because PCOM, physical computing, yesterday it was working, but next day suddenly it won't work. So like I kind of want to solve that program to make my project stable. Because if it's not working, it's so stressful. Kind of want to expand my knowledge about PCOM more, and then hopefully I can, develop my vision in the future.
Yeah, I think that's amazing, and it's a very interesting visual, and also like its functions are also very unique. I'm sure that people are going to be very interested in this sculpture for like maybe future opportunities or like for your commission work for pigeons maybe. Is there like a website or Instagram that you could share with your future people?
Of course, I have my Instagram, so SAO_OHTAKE. And also I have my website on my Instagram so that people can jump into my portfolio website. So hopefully you will find my pigeon on the website and Instagram as well.
Wonderful. So, any other notes you might want to add for your little pigeon squishy art project?
Well, love pigeon, please. Don't hate them. That's my message. That's all about like what I want to say. Yeah.
I think that's a very soft and a message that we need. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yeah, sure. So this is a project for deconstructing horse biases, and especially biases in group dynamics. So what you do is this is all connected anonymously. So you need to go to a QR code and you'll be given a prompt. The prompt is generated by someone who wrote the question before you. And once you answer that, you get a breakout of the question to take back, which is like questioning your assumption that you made. And the next person gets the question to your assumption, and it keeps going on, and we see how the group dynamic works with biases. So that multiple people can access the website and participate together. That is the hardest part right now. An individual with the generate AI. However, now anyone can jump in and continue the conversation.
That's so exciting. Do you have maybe?
Yeah, so I am apurvavatna.com. That's my website. You can find our project link with the QR code, but it's also neeti-s.github.io /EOY bias report.
Thank you so much for spelling that out.
Yeah, you can also find me at neeti.sivakumar.com and my GitHub page.
Oh, well, we're gonna leave that on
Hi, can you introduce yourself by telling us your name, your project title, and your department, please?
Sure. Hi, I'm Zainab Elifaragan, and this project is called Traces and Marks, and I'm a second year ITP student.
Wonderful. Can you maybe tell us a little more about your interesting project?
Sure. So this is a personal exploration which I did in the class called Medium of Memory, and this is a zine, and it's trying to convey this idea of how can we be present in a photo or an image without physically being in there. So I'm trying to capture that idea, and I want people to think more about the person or the thing that's like outside the scope of the frame, and like who's behind the frames. So I made the scene, and I'm using risograph printing for the images, and I'm using tracing paper. Kind of gives the message that you know, these are the traces that we leave behind. So you can see all the traces on a photo because we're not inseparable. So you can see like two-dimensional vibes, let's say. Yeah.
Wonderful. This is like really awesome. I could definitely see like it branching as like a maybe conceptual project in the future. Do you have like any thoughts for that? Like maybe developing this into like a version 2?
Yes. Actually, this came from my thesis idea, so I'm probably gonna turn this into my thesis project. I'm not thinking. I don't know if it's going to be a book or like a zine in the end, but the idea is, yeah, like to, you know, think about being present but being absent, and like how can we manifest a physical presence in an absence, you know. Like, yeah.
Amazing. I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna want to like follow up after your project. It seems really promising. Maybe so for like the future reference, if people want to find you for future opportunities, projects, or maybe thesis follow up, is there like a website or Instagram that you can share with us?
I can share my ITP Insta account. It is alien_lizard with 2 Z's, and you can follow me there, and they can learn more about my projects and how I made this project too.
Wonderful. Alien_lizard. I think that's a very promising, memorable like ID. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your project, and good luck with your thesis.
This looks absolutely gorgeous. Could you tell us more about the process of making this, maybe from inspiration to the fabrication? That is absolutely gorgeous. This is, I love the mirrors, and I think you did a good job of just putting the water on it. So, what do you think you're going to do in school?
Well, other people have told me that I should get started in this product. So I'm gonna start like practicing more of the manufacturing process and see how it goes and everything. See how it's like a reasonable price.
Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. I'm
Steve, guys, they have me the process of my project.
Special thanks to Steve. And if you want to get in touch, oh, that's Chris.
My Instagram.
Yes. So we're going to also link your Instagram onto the page for more information. And do you have a website if you want to get in touch with you?
Not yet.
Okay, that's totally fine. But this is such an exciting project, and thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Hi. Could you introduce yourself for us a little bit, maybe with your name, department, and project title, please?
Can I change it to? Should her leave? Should her leave or should I?
Oh no, if you want to, like, but Flora Opera is your project, right? Yeah. Could you introduce yourself by your name, department, and project title again, please?
My
My name is Jerome Payne, and I'm from IMA, and I'm a freshman. And this is my project, and it's basically based on P5JS, and it used ML5 as the extension, and it can detect the facial features like that. So you can see, oh my god, it refreshed again. Basically, this project is about it can detect your facial feature, and when your mouth open wider, the pitch becomes higher. It's like a simulation of your performance experience. Like you are performing on the stage, and the flower on the background will open wider when the pitch is higher, and also it support multiple players. Like it also support multiple players. And like 50 notes is one song, so it will stop after 50 notes. Like that. It's a very funny experience.
Yeah, I think this is really interesting and entertaining. Were there any like technical hurdles that maybe you might have faced while you were working on this project?
Yep. Yes. Oh my god. Let me refresh it first. The first one is when it comes to the facial features, there's a lot of key points, and I have to make sure that which one is about the eyes, which one is about the mouth, and also it cost me a long time to calculate and to make function of the how to make the pitch change when the mouse width also change. So it's very time costing, and also flower. The flower is also very important. The flower is I create a class in the code, and so the flower will generate completely randomly. You can pay attention to the flower. Like for example, now this flower is totally different from the previous one because the flowers are randomly generated.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your presentation. For people who want to find you, is there like an Instagram that you could share?
My Instagram, you can search PNGSHURONG111.
Great. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Yoshi, and this is kind fun. This is a work that I designed for the artists to have with limited space and also variability to make them have a better expression on the stage. So we have video and also audio. Definitely. Here is the audio adjust the sound of the wave and also the pitch. Yeah. And this one is for the visual. This has okay, character and like up and down the
So the left hand is visual and the right hand controls the sound. This is engineering. And let's just get a quick look at the visual itself. I think you guys are using particles or something. Explain what's up.
Yeah, we're using the text and left for the audio output and also the text together for the video output. So we really consider the accessibility for performance with disability because the whole operation is very easy to use and also easy to operate to learn. Yes.
This is a I love this project. It looks amazing. And if you want to further develop into the future, if they want to get in touch with you guys, how should they find you online, either through your website, your socials, etc.? So they have a QR code.
Hi, can you introduce yourself a little bit by telling us your name, your department, and your project title, please?
Hi everyone, my name is Sunny. I'm from ITP first year. So my project is called Unfading Wings. It's from the class called Fabricating Medical Automatons. Yeah.
Wonderful. I think this is a very interesting piece. Could you tell us more about like the technology behind it?
So I got the inspiration from Shakespeare's Sonnet 18, where it talks about everlasting beauty that's not gonna fade away throughout the time. So I kind of visualized this beauty into butterflies, and then yeah, I used the gears inside the bevel, which it turns vertical movement into horizontal ones. So you can rotate the crank, and then the butterflies above will kind of rotate as well.
I think that's very interesting. So just no electricity involved in this project, right?
Yes, absolutely, because it's like mechanical automaton, so there's no battery at all.
Wonderful. I think this is amazing. For people who want to like find you online for maybe like similar projects like this, is there like an Instagram or a website that you could maybe share with us?
Yeah, I have my own Instagram. How can I share?
Yeah, sure. Could you just tell us maybe like the handle so people could find you?
Oh, yeah. I think you can just find me as like as Sunny Yin. Yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry?
ITP, amazing. So tell us a little bit more about how the project works. And also, this is absolutely beautiful. So what were some of the difficulties that came up with building this machine? Yeah, I wonder, can you demonstrate a little interaction for us, please? Wow. Did you guys use is it a servo sensor? No, a servo or a sensor connected to an Arduino chip like this? So impressive. You can really know graphics. This is absolutely amazing. If people want to learn more about this project, where can they find you online or on any social media platforms for both of you guys?
So you can live that. Yeah, that's like right there.
That's gorgeous. Okay, we'll also link your Instagram on the page. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, great presentation. Moving on to the next project.
Hi, can you introduce us with, can you introduce yourselves to us by telling us your name, your program department, and your project title, please?
Okay, I'm Ruyan Song, and this is my group member, Max Song. And our
Hello, I'm Max Sun, and I'm majoring in ITP.
we are all ITP. And so this project is called Virtual Rhythm. It echoes of your inner tempo. So we can use a pulse sensor to rate your heartbeat, to show your heartbeat. You can feel it also.
I think this is really interesting. So, what kind of technology are you using to get the heart signal and make it into like a interesting visual?
So we're combining Arduino and also physical fabrications. So we have placed an electromagnet down here, and it attracts the ferrofluid we place in the middle. So like while it detects your heart rate, and it sends it to use the magnet, and it's pulling the ferrofluid, and it's also pushing it off and pulling it back. That's to mimic your heart rate, to mimic your heartbeat.
Wonderful. This is very interesting. What's your favorite part of this project?
I can say how we deal with the ferrofluid. We fail a lot of times, but finally we have a work version.
Wonderful. I think that's amazing. For people who want to find you online for maybe future opportunities or works like this, do you guys have like an Instagram or a website you want to share?
I do. My name is like SUNRUYYAN at like .com.
Wonderful.
I have my emails and mobile phones.
Go for it. Do you want to like spell that out for us?
Yes, it's ks5378@nyu.edu.
Wonderful. That's amazing. Thank you so much for your project demonstration.
Okay, hello. IMA first. Could you please elaborate a little bit on how this works?
Okay, so it's like a box where you can mostly at the end of the year, so I want people to like try to like a little bit about the year, how they feel, what it's like to buy one 2023, good bad, or like not happy in real life, and then take that time to like see the detachment between the physical world and the digital world, and then they can choose to either share it with home or just like.
This is absolutely so much fun. I love the visuals and this together, especially yeah. The internal ping pong balls is especially great for the interaction. So tell us a little bit more about like why you decided on this.
Actually, like very intentional out on the farm, so that's what we see my program to work on that. And like it's very interesting about shooting. I wanted to do something like more fun, like engaging. So I just like do like simple interactions, but
Definitely the gamification of this kind of expression is absolutely
I do have a website under CHANYA.pro. And yeah, like or email. I think you guys have it somewhere.
Yeah, we're gonna list that on the screen for you guys as well. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, sorry for that technical difficulty. Could you introduce yourself by telling us your name, your program, and your project title, please?
Hi, I'm Matthew from ITP, and our project is Noisemaker.
Hi, I'm Jasmine from ITP too, and this is our project, Noisemaker.
Wonderful. Could you tell us a little more about your project?
Yeah, so our project's like a collaboratory auditory object experience type thing, where the goal is for people to get together and like mix their movements and make sounds to create sounds together. It's kind of like collective play.
Yeah, so we have like 4 pairs of like this chest-like pieces, and they each like there are 8 places on the board where you can like create sounds and modify them. You can play with it, and people are like meant to slide them across and like figure out where the right placement is, and then you can start making music together.
Wonderful. I think that's amazing. Do you see this project branching out to like another one in the future, maybe?
Ooh, yeah, I think we have a nice idea. So I think it's something that we could expand beyond just an object, like maybe like a larger experience. It could be like people physically moving around in a space, something along those lines. Like just carrying this idea of like collective collaboration, collective play to build on an experience.
I think that's amazing. For this promising project, I'm sure people would want to follow up. Is there like any portfolio website or maybe Instagram or Twitter, some sort of like online platform that people could follow up on?
My website is jnakash.com. It's also here if you wanna like I don't know. Yeah, Instagram is JA2_beta.
Wonderful. What would be your contact info, Matthew?
It's MatthewLauJH.com.
Wonderful. Simple and short. Thank you.
I'm a fresh ITP student, and what's
Oh, no, you're welcome.
oh, it's Cookie Lab. I have a here. So the idea is that by changing the smell, what you're smelling, your perception of taste will also change. So I have
Well, if you want to get in touch with me, I don't know how to That's awesome. We're also going to videos on YouTube videos. And audience you can't see. So thank you so much for your amazing videos. So next project.
Difficulty. Could you tell us your name, your department, and your project title, please?
Hi, I'm Octavio Figueroa. I made this project with Andre Lira. We're both first years ITP students, and this was our final for physical computing. It's a music thing. It's a music sequencer, actually. And the idea is that you make music by arranging the different colors of the LEDs in whichever way you want, and that will make a musical loop, and that's it.
Wonderful. Is there like a project title for it?
Well, it's called circular sequencer because we ran out of ideas, and because that's what it is. I mean, part of the idea that it's very clear what it's doing, right? So yeah, circular sequencer.
Well, wonderful.
Circular music sequencer.
Circular music sequencer. Awesome. Could you do us the honor and maybe demonstrate how it works for us?
Sure. So different colors make different notes. So the outer rim makes the drum. So this red will make a bass drum. You can hear it, and this green will make a clap. So it's gonna be. So if I make a cross like this, it will make a very simple drum pattern. So that's the basic idea. And if I put on the middle lane, we have the bass. So I'm just gonna randomly assign this. So like. And the inner circle is the melody. And I even have one very special LED, which is, which one is it? It's this one. This changes color. So this is my randomizer function.
Wonderful. Can you show it to the camera, please?
Yeah, sure. This changes color. So each time these colors are picked up by these 3 RGB sensors. So each time this goes by, it will have a different color. So it will make a different note. So just to keep it, and the other thing, the controls. So like I can change the notes, the chords with these buttons. That way you can make a little song. I can change the tone of the bass, make it more mellow, or increase the length of the melody notes.
I think this is like an amazing project. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to want to follow up with your project. Is there any like website or social media that people could follow up to?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Octavius.8, Octavius.8, and my partner Andre Lira's Instagram is Dr. Jeep, DOCTAJEEP. So those are our two Instagrams if you want to follow up on this project.
Wonderful. Is there any last minute notes you might want to add?
No, I hope you have a great time here at the show. There's lots of interesting projects I hope I get to see. So like, yeah, have a good time and enjoy.
Wonderful. I hope to see awesome projects as well. Thank you.
Hello. A lot of work. So how did you come across, taking the material and doing everything actually and ideating these kind of things? How does that go? What was the inspiration behind the Is this yeah, no matter what it is, it's such an elaborate design of physical fabrication combined with this artistic design. I think I love it. If people want to get in touch with you for more information, either online or through Instagram, how should they get in touch with you? Sorry, can you repeat that? Yes, we'll also link any information for you online on the screen for the users. Thank you so much for your amazing talk. Great work. Oh, hello.
Hi. Can you introduce us? Maybe your name, your department, and your project title, please.
Okay. Hi, I'm Cindy Hu. I am a second year ITP. My project here is called Sign of Time, and it's a measuring tape which serves as a clock.
Wonderful. This looks very interesting. Is there like any particular technology you involved into it?
Yeah, so it's mostly using a stepper motor and a rail, linear rail, to pull out a measure tape. And I was very fascinated by just the snapping sound of the measure tape. And it's such a common household object that I feel like we always use it to measure distance. And I've been curious if I can just in a small way tweak it and use it to measure time instead. And I think I really like the element of a surprise when people realize that it's a measure tape that doesn't actually have a measurement. It's just a sine wave that I designed. Technology-wise, it's very straightforward. It's a stepper, it's an electromagnet, it pulls things out, it let it go.
Wow. This is very unique and inspiring. Do you see this project maybe branching out to like another one in the future?
Yes, actually, at first, when I was conceptualizing it, I was imagining it in three-dimensional space, so then it could be a X, Y, Z axis. And this setup of like a linear rail and everything is very common in CNC machines and 3D printers. So it's very easy to adapt into like a bigger scale of like three different axes. They can have a length, a volume. And I think if I were to keep working on it, it will become like a more sculptural piece with higher, bigger volume.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. For people who want to follow up with your work, is there a website or a social media, some online platform that they can follow up with you?
Yes, people can find me on Instagram as Cindy YFHU. So spell it out, it will be CINDYYFHU.
Wonderful. Any final notes you might want to add?
No, I hope you guys enjoy the show.
Oh, thank you so much. We will definitely try. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
My name is Sean.
Hello World is a classic. I love it. How, oh, how do you think they were taught the fact that early 2000s to me, reminded my childhood, early 2010, and how do you think they taught the
By my
Yes, everybody take a screenshot of it.
Hi. Could you do us the honor and maybe introduce yourself by telling us your name, your department, and your project title, please?
So I'm Jack. I'm a ITP first year student, and this is Scribbot, which is the drawing robot that turns any images into scribbles.
Oh, wow, interesting. Wait, is this actually drawing? The robot is drawing ITP on the screen onto the drawing right now?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it's doing. And this robot can also take any image and turn, that image, draw based on that image. But in this particular moment, I want to start with ITP since I'm first year here, and I really want to celebrate that moment, the winter show that I'm part of. So.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, definitely celebrate it. Now it's on record. I think this is amazing. I can't resist but ask, what's the technology behind this curious project?
So for this robot, it's really I'm using Arduino, which is a lot of physical computing project here that's used to tech, specifically it's Arduino IoT 33, Arduino 33, which has a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capability. In this particular case, I'm using the Wi-Fi, so it's connected wireless. The cable there is really just for the power, and then for the software side, I'm using a P5 and also some libraries to track the marker. These are called April tag markers. And then I'm using the library to track the marker. And then that's how the program is able to tell where the robot is and the orientation of the robot, then being able to give commands to the robot.
Wow, this is amazing. I think this is one of the like amazing demonstration of combining really high-end technology with good inspirations. For people who want to follow up with your work, because this is definitely like an amazing project. Is there like a website or Instagram you might want to share?
Yeah, so I would, my Instagram is jackbdu, JACKBDU. And besides building robots, I'm also really interested in doing like a lot of P5 sketches. So I actually been doing it every day since like 2 years ago. So definitely check out my Instagram, and there's like, I post every day on my Instagram. So
Yeah, I've definitely seen awesome projects on your Instagram. Thank you so much for your presentation, and good luck with the rest of the show.
thank you.
Hello, did you please tell us the name of your project?
I'm currently really interested in Biomaterials, so I designed this sculpture that is my system. The longer you stand in front of me, the faster the neurons fire and the thought spiral. And then actually it'll prevent it. And I'm also really interested in process, so I have like prototypes here and other software that I've made.
Yeah, this is absolutely amazing. I love that you have so many materials on the table, and that definitely looks like what my friend is from. I love it. Could you please tell us about the materials that you use, the mechanics of this?
Yes, so my background's in electrical engineering, but I've never designed a 3D circuit board before, so that's just a great introduction because I learned how to build PCBs on the machine and learned these PCBs can manufacturing trade-off and I had to all
So impressive. I absolutely love this. I love the little eyeball as well. So cute. Yeah. Well, we get in touch with you on social media with your website.
you can also on Instagram at something, and then we also have the website.
And we're also gonna leave that on the page. Afterwards.
Hello. Could you introduce us by telling us your name, your program, and your project title, please?
Yes, I'm Kate. I am a sophomore at IMA, and my title is Robo Mirror Hand. It is exactly what it sounds like.
Wonderful. Wow, that's really like a real life hand looking. Can you tell us a little bit about your inspiration and maybe the technology behind it?
I would love to. So my original ideating was about creating a new technology device, and I thought about how there's sort of a gap in like a physical dimensional communication device. And I thought about what if you could like hold your lover's hand like in a long distance relationship, and it sort of took off from there. And the most prevalent thing about it is how uncanny it is and how it's a little bit imperfect. So it's not exactly like a human, which is very important.
Yeah, this definitely reminds me of one of those like awesome projects that are definitely in the uncanny but like awesome at the same time. Did you maybe like encounter any technical difficulties while you were working on it?
Definitely. So I think a servo motor driver is always hard to try the first time. That was my first time using one. So many servos, especially the packaging of the servos, as you can see, I actually use like a car phone holder to make sort of like the wrist and the base underneath. So I would say packaging the servos to not sort of like, run into each other was a difficult task, but I'm glad it worked out.
Oh wow, amazing, gotcha. Just to confirm, right now your hand is driving that robot, right?
Exactly. So the sensors in my glove here that I'm wearing drive the mimic gestures exactly, or as close to exactly as I'm making them.
Gotcha. I think this is awesome. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be interested in this work. For future reference, if anybody wants to reach out to you, is there like a website or Instagram you want to share with us?
Sure. My Instagram is Kate Hackett Designs, Kate with a C.
Oh, wonderful. Any last minute notes you want to add to this project?
No, I mean, I'm glad everyone's able to see it. I mean, everyone's intrigued by the uncanny nowadays, and AI. I think people love, seeing machines and technology mimic us. Super
Wonderful. I could definitely see it as like a popular project for today. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you so much.
Hey, hello. Could you all state your name? Could you state your name? And what's the project title? Could you maybe explain a little bit of how the question works? Like, absolutely, like what collective we do that will relationship well and we must follow the wow. So you should do the numbers of I love this. I think what's actually interesting is that the piano is not really being played. I don't really hear the piano, but that I hear the motor and the thing itself. And I think it's very interesting how you guys please explain a little bit more maybe how the challenges that you approach.
Yeah. Like those four kind of ground was our traditional idea of the original with like concept of this that we have a few months to act as a trigger. We could trigger to get input for the level of the battery. Where originally like the box actually on the so so there's a technical problem and also
I think it came out absolutely amazing. I honestly love the wire things. Just I just I don't think it's country, but I think it's like the exposure of wires in comparison to the machinery is very beautiful. So, for like find this work on the website, what should I go? Website, so contact info?
so I know the Instagram is Mighty Joe Art like MDLY arts.
For you? HOU, we'll also link everything on the screen. So thank you guys so much for being able to work.
Hi, can you introduce yourself to us by telling us your name, your program, and your project title, please?
Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm a first year student at ITP. This is our project. It's called the Sound Box.
Oh, wonderful. A sound bath. What does it do?
By drawing on the sand, you will hear a music rhythm generated by your drawing. So the idea is to hear what you draw.
Wonderful. Can you help us demonstrate it, please?
Yes. So if you draw on the sand, you hear music rhythm coming out of the computer speaker, the piano sound.
Wow. So depending on what you draw, the computer is playing a sound.
Yes, exactly. And each of these pads is one music note. So by drawing a line, you're creating consistent music.
Wow, I think this is a very like multi-sensory awesome project. Was there like a specific technology that went under with this project?
So we're using a capacitive sensor and we're connecting the sensor to Arduino and the music is generated through Ableton.
Wonderful. This is so promising. Is there any like website or social media that you might want to share with us for maybe future opportunities or people who are interested in your project?
Yes. So my website is wendylee.org and my Instagram is wendyart23.
Wonderful. Can you spell that out for us?
It's WENDYART23.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your project. And do you have any maybe last minute notes you want to add on?
No. Thank you so much for letting me introduce you this project, and I hope you guys enjoy all the other projects.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your show as well. Thank you.
Yes, the next only one is IMA. Yeah, my name is Shane, pronounced Shane, and your name is around me.
And what's the program?
My program is the intro to physical computing.
This is absolutely amazing. Could you please tell us a little bit more of how this works?
It uses a sensor and you move it in the map with you and the three hands are by 3 point and they are motivated by the
This is beautiful. It's like creating a painting with machine. So what do you think the message is when you're trying to create this machine?
Yeah, this is come from the background of the installation. It was from my future. I was doing work responsibility and paper and I was realized that I was always affected by surrounding or supporting my surroundings. You see, there is affecting and supporting. And the police or the ball, it can be myself or it can be my emotion or anything. The beat will be my pathway or my or just you can see it's really hard. Yeah.
This is a very concise but beautiful narrative that you created, especially with the black and white ink. It's very, very visually powerful. So if people want to learn more about your project and social media, or on your website, do you have a link for us?
Yes. Should I share my links?
Yeah, you can. We also going to link your Instagram on the page, but because you have a website, you can share.
My website is
Oh, don't worry. You can send it to us later, and we can send it in the chat. Yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you so much. This is amazing.
Hi, can you introduce us your name, your department, and your project title, please?
Yeah, sure. My name is Jai Lee. Just call me Jai. And this is my project, Lancer Makeway, which is a game that I made in Unity. And my department is ITP, first year.
Wonderful. Can you tell us more about your project?
Yeah, sure. So basically, this game, it's a first-person narrative game that has like a story behind it, and the main task of this game is to just like explore this environment. Which the spotlight might be that I made this like Fox gravity function that allows the player to like walk inward in a planet instead of like outward. So you can like walk from the sky to the bottom. Like you can explore all the way of this environment to find out clues of the stories. And then the main story is that you're trying to find your lost lover, and then after you found it, you want to escape from it. That's like the
No.
yeah. But it's kind of confusing in the beginning because a lot of people don't know how to move around. But people will figure it out when they get used to it.
Gotcha. Is that like an intended part in your game?
Yeah, I try to make the direction as dizzy as possible because that feels like the core of the concept I'm looking for is like the intricate love and then the dizziness of freedom when people are making choices out of love and intimacy relationship, and people will find it very dizzy to know what they're gonna do next.
I think that's very interesting. I feel like your game is very unique, and I think it has like a bittersweet taste to it. What is maybe your favorite part about your project?
My favorite part is just like the spotlight that I just talked about, which is the Fox gravity. I really like having this world view where people are not usually expecting them to walk onto the sky. So if you're walking in this game, you'll find it kind of like gradually more and more like harder and harder to control. So you don't know up is up and then down is down, and yeah, that will change gradually. And I like kind of
Wonderful. Very interesting. What kind of game engine did you use to build this?
It's Unity mainly. It's my first time doing Unity, so I'm really excited to have this game actually worked out. Yeah.
Oh wow, that sounds like a lot of work. It's your first time Unity, and you built a very successful game.
Yeah, and also because I'm collaborating with a friend who does the C sharp, the coding for Unity, Deal, she helped me a lot with the scripting. So yeah.
Wonderful, that's amazing. Good to hear that it's a collaborative project and that maybe you had fun working on it.
A lot of fun, yeah, definitely. And very challenging too.
That's amazing. Any last notes that you might want to add?
Oh, if you want to download the game on your own PC, it's free. You can scan this QR code here. Take a screenshot if you want. And yeah. Uh,
Wonderful. Yeah, it's awesome that your game is available for download. Maybe if anyone wants to reach out to you for future projects or maybe collaborations, do you have a website or a social media that you want to share?
yeah, I actually have my Instagram account attached to the back of my name card, which is you can follow me here on Instagram. It's called at DAQIKWI. That's C. That's my internet name. And yeah, reach out to me if you want to collaborate with like projects in like game or any like multimedia genres. I'm really happy to collaborate, especially in like 3D direction.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, hello. I did this project involving we can on what is inside. So I can definitely see like out this there. Only you know how to like solve this, and I think this is very lovely. If people want to get in touch with you online, like what projects in the future, or like I don't know, manufacture this as a product, how should they get in touch with you? Either on social media or on yeah, we'll link that on in the cloud or on the screen where the people can see. Thank you so much for your project. This is awesome. Yeah.
Hi, can you introduce yourself by telling us your name, your program, and your project title, please?
Sure. I'm Sherelle. I am a first year at ITP, and my title name is Lake Monet Digital Archive and Rest Space.
Lake Monet. Sounds interesting. Can you elaborate a little more about that?
For sure. My middle name is Monet. Lake Monet is a place where you could come, and I wanted to create. It's based off the question of where do I feel safe physically, and physical safe spaces where I didn't have many. So I created my own internet digital safe space, but also a place where I could put my work in progress works from ITP and in a digital space in Unity.
Wow, that sounds promising. It sounds like a safe haven for me. Yeah. Did you have any maybe like technical difficulties while you were working on this project?
Yes, definitely. So my dream for this project is to combine my P5 web sketches and have them interact on the canvases. I'm almost there, but right now we have them separate. So the P5 sketches you can check out, and you can check the Unity sketch in 3D on the web. But next step we'll be combining them, which was the biggest challenge.
Gotcha. I didn't even know that it was a work in progress project. It looks so sophisticated. Is there any like favorite part that you worked on for this project?
Oh yes, thank you. And yes, I would hope to like iterate on this so it'd be existing. My favorite part is that now people can go up to my dog and I 3D scanned him using this app called Scaniverse that I'm obsessed with using.
That's adorable.
And so he's featured as a hot pink giant sculpture in my safe space.
As they should, as they should.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any like final notes you want to make on like your project?
Yes, I'm excited to. This will be my kind of digital portfolio. So I'm going to post it on my website, which is my name, SherelleBryant.com, and hopefully have a place where people can come and show their artwork, and I'll show mine.
Wonderful. Yeah, that was our last question. You kind of took it over, but is there anything you want to like add a note for future collaborators? Then maybe like maybe a work type you want to work on, like maybe more 3D, more games, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm a musician, so I would love to use this as like a concert venue space. So if or an art space where people could come put their artwork. So if you have any art or things you want to scan and want to find a way to put it on the web, collaborate with me. I would love to.
Wonderful. You heard Sherelle, so maybe if you want to collaborate with her, go to her website. And which was the what was the URL again?
Yes, SherelleBryant.com, SherelleBryant.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing today.
Just step backward so I don't block. Okay. Hello. I love Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about the project? Maybe optimism about it?
I wanted to make a playful experience for adults. So when kids when it comes to playing with each other and form relationships, controllers, move around your character on screen. You're able to explore with someone else.
Can you do the two together? The two users do together?
Exploration. Yeah, this is like stress relief.
Everybody is learning. Actually,
Fireball. And
yeah, I think the sensor is and yeah, it's definitely such a nice, aspect of it. Why would this one? You said
yeah, so like pillows. I have two with that. So there's an inner layer as well as a pocket for very sensitive time. And then there's an outer layer.
I don't know why all this how did you decide the shape?
Yeah, so we wanted something that's kind of like an organic shape that fits to your body. So this is almost like a neck rest here. And then it's meant to just like wrap around your body, like it's like you.
That is absolutely adorable.
Yeah, a little feet, yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Well, okay, this is how she did it. If you know, want to get in touch with you on social media or on your website, you have a press.
Yeah, so my social website is _JEN.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for this amazing project. We're also going to link that in the chat for our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Hi. Could you tell us your name, your department, and your project title, please?
Sure. My name is Lucia, and I'm from Performance Studies, but I'm currently taking a hypercinema class in IMA. So my project is kind of talk about, it's a user manual. It's called How to Kill Words. and it will contain like instruction and then like interactive tutorial to tell you how to go through different ways of killing words. And then at the end of it, it will kind of have a pop quiz to ask you questions. Yeah.
Wonderful. What kind of technology did you use to build this project?
So I basically just used Figma. Yeah, it's just the Figma, the animation in the Figma. Yeah.
Wonderful. Gotcha. Wonderful. Is there any like favorite part for this project that you want to spotlight?
Yeah, it's kind of talk about like censorship. So I just want to remind people of like, even though going through a lot of different ways to kill words, you can still remember it in your head. So yeah, that's the main idea I want to convey.
Gotcha. Wonderful. Do you see this project branching out to like a second version in the future, maybe?
Yeah, maybe I think I'm seeing a lot of people giving me feedback about like how to make it more easy to people to interact with it. So I want to revise it in the future.
Gotcha. That's wonderful. Yeah, for people who want to maybe collaborate with you in the future, or maybe interested in like commissioning you or looking at your portfolio in the future, could you share like a website or like social media with us?
Sure, I can just share my Instagram account. So my account is
Wonderful. Could you spell that out for us?
IWANC2BATREE111.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your presentation. Awesome. So thank you so much for tuning in at 2023 Winter Show at ITP, IMA, and LowRes. We have went over multiple projects, and now we'll be taking a 15-minute intermission, and then we will be back soon. Make sure to come back, and see you soon.
amazing projects going on right after this information. Next project is. Okay, can you like introduce yourself first before you introduce the product? So yeah, stand to the side a little, blocking the game. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, also your information will be posted on our screen.
Cool. Hi, welcome to the Winter Show. Could you briefly introduce yourself, starting with your name, your program, and like about your project?
Sure, I'd be happy to. My name is Nathan Towns Anderson. I'm a first year at ITP. My project is called Interface for Mapping Conductive Paper, and it's an interface for mapping conductive paper. So conductive paper is at the kind of heart of it, and it's this little grid here, a 6x6 grid. And conductive paper, what's amazing about it is it allows electricity to flow through the paper. And the electricity comes from these 4 electrodes that are at the 4 corners of the paper. And you can use this probe here, which is like a little pen, to monitor what the voltage is across the paper. So it's not pressure sensitive. It's actually representing the voltage that's flowing through the paper right now. So you can see that the paper kind of creates these beautiful gradients of voltage. Yeah, because it's very even in the way that it kind of allows the electricity to travel through the paper.
That's amazing. Could you tell us like what's your process of creating this? Like how, like, is there any challenges that you've been through?
Sure. This project was inspired just by the material itself. I got really into conductive paper while I was in my intro to physical computing class. And then I kind of iterated a lot, trying to figure out what was most interesting to me about the material and how I might most clearly represent it to other people.
That's amazing. If people want to find you online, could you tell us like, do you have an Instagram or website that we can like check out more works that you've done?
Sure. It's my name, Nathan Towns Anderson .com. So all lowercase, no spaces, no dashes, just NathanTownsAnderson.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Actually, it's called Touch Me Not, because this is an accessible cat. So it's also called Touch Me Not. When you are going to touch it, it's so it's a kind of protection. So I wanna kind of that to speak out like don't touch me. So when you are going to touch it, I'm going to help you. Over there. Actually, it's a kind of from news about sexual harassment. When you want to realize probably that like everyone has like a safety space like sexual actions without explosion, you know, and we can also be out. So that is when you really appreciate what you do and craft work. It's a life-changing experience, and the experience that it has played out when people do what we do. So it's a regular to record our interaction with them. Yeah. I have my Instagram here, and people can follow me if they want. I will also share a lot of projects later on.
Oh, it's really amazing. Okay.
Thank you.
So before we move on, do you have anything on camera?
I just want everyone to enjoy our show. It's very fun.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you for coming to the Winter Show. Could you briefly introduce yourself and tell us about your project, your program?
So I'm Daniel Y. I'm a second year at ITP, and this is my project Urban Symphony that I did for the class Text to Image AI. The idea of it is I trained 2 AI image models, one using photography I did back in Hong Kong, and one using photography I did in New York, and I merged them together into illusion and kind of saw what I got. I think it was really important to me that I used my own personal photography in the generations just because it's managed to capture my own use lighting and visual composition in my photography very well, which makes it a lot more personal to me. And one interesting observation I've had while presenting this was if you're very familiar with New York's architectural landscape, you see a lot of visual elements of that. And if you are familiar with Hong Kong's visual landscape, you also see a lot of elements of that. And so if you know both, you experience both at the same time, which was kind of what I was trying to get across with my project. This idea of like someone with a mixed cultural background, how you kind of see the 2 sides of things all the time.
It's amazing. I like how you combine the different cultures, different architecture style together into your work. And I think, could you tell us like how does it work behind like how does I know you mentioned like use AI to change it. Tell us more about like how does the AI work, like what data you use?
So I took 2 data sets, around 30 images or 30 photos.
Please take note of how much battery Candy has now. Thank you. Over.
And then after I did that, I generated it, and it uses more models to train everything, which is how I managed to get the style transfer of my personal photography very much into my everyday. It's kind of like a read, it's checking that, but also has lots of contacts on the program. Yes, so imagine like after this show.
Yeah, you gotta go closer from the microphone. And also we have to go faster because we only have 1 left.
I think it's interesting to maybe, I mean, if I can personally explore different cities, to use photography I do in like other locations and try to bring this to life.
Hello, welcome back. And here is our next project. And what's your name?
My name is Daniel, and I'm a second year at ITP, and this is my project, Urban Symphony.
Oh, hello, Daniel. Can you describe more about your project?
Of course. So this is for text-to-image AI class. The idea of it was all these images are AI generated, and I trained two models. One using photography I did back in Hong Kong, and one using photography I did in New York. And I combined them together in Stable Diffusion and kind of saw what I could get.
Okay, gotcha. And yeah, I can see your project is really fantastic. And did you like want our guys to follow up you after this show? Can see more generative artwork you created. Do you have anything online we can follow up with you?
Yeah, of course. So my social media is Mr. Dan Noble. That's MrDanNoble on Instagram and Twitter. I'm a I'm I'm a creative technologist with an interest in generative arts and game design. So I'm very interested in allowing artworks to kind of live in their own space and allowing people to play with them.
Okay, thank you so much. And before we're leaving, do you have anything you want to add on?
Yes, I think I wanted to add with my project that it was really important for me to use my own personal photography to generate these images just because it adds a very personal layer and element to the project that I wouldn't want to pursue without just using like random images. So if I was going to continue this project, I think it's really important to me that I use my own photography in the training of the AI images.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Hi. Hi. So, can you briefly introduce your name and your project? Okay. Can you briefly introduce your name and your project?
Hello everyone, my name is Long, first year ITP, and my project name is called The Fruit.
Okay, so can you demonstrate more about your fruit, the fruit?
Mhm. So this is an interactive installation which blends theology and technology, and to explore our relationship between material and spiritual desires. So it has two parts. First is this interactive sculpture, which has a artificial apple that's hanging on this metallic branch, and the second part is the video of a figure is consuming endlessly consuming an apple. Um, the sculpture, the inspiration was the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden. Um, and how we're gonna interact with it is when viewer grabs and squeeze the apple, it will directly impact the pace of the video. You see, and you can actually put it out. And with no pressure, it's moving back forward. So the figure is spreading out the apple.
Amazing. So for this project, did you see you are trying to make more project related to this topic in the future?
Yeah, I definitely more interested in the technology and theology, and to explore more in these two fields, and to create more projects in these two fields, and
Okay.
to try to explore the relationship between theology and technology, and our pursuing for material and spiritual.
Okay, I can't wait to see more works you done related this topic. And yeah, before we're leaving, do you have anything you want to add on?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Hi. Okay. Hi, thank you so much for coming to the Winter Show. Could you briefly introduce yourself, starting with your project title, your program?
Yeah, hi. I'm Deepika, and this is a clock I made called Beg for Time. It was from our time class, second year ITP students. So it's a clock that tells you the time if you beg for it. So it's like that, if you can see it. And it's based off the concept time is money and how we're constantly told to be more productive, but we don't get time for ourselves. So we're constantly searching for time. And these are some of the replies of the participants that want to make more time for different things in life. So they've written down what they would like to make more time for.
That's amazing. Could you tell us, like, is there any challenges you have encountered, and also what's your process?
In terms of fabricating this, it was quite hard because I wanted to make it as compact as possible, and I didn't want to run the sketches off my laptop. So it's actually being run on an iMini, Mac Mini, and there's a projector inside, and so fitting all of that into one box was a bit hard. So I guess the fabrication was the hardest part.
Yeah, I understand. If we were going to find you online, is there any place, like, do you use Instagram, or do you have a personal website that we can learn more about your work?
A page that I run called Patchwork Playlist, and yeah, just follow me there.
Amazing. Is there anything else you want to add about the project?
Just I hope we all can spend our time more valuably and make time for ourselves instead. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
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 Hi. Thank you so much for coming to the Winter Show. Could you briefly introduce yourself, starting with your program, name, and project title?
Yeah, I'm Sam de Armas. I'm a second year ITP student, and this project is called Soundwave. Explain it?
Yeah, for sure. Like, could you tell us about the process and if there's any challenge you encounter along the way?
So this project is for a class called Seeing Machines, which means that it's about machines that detect depth. It is a sampler board, so I can play a mute song based off of all the loops. All the audio is based off of location and depth, and then it has audio reactive visuals. Yeah, I mean, the only struggle that I've had, if that's what you were wondering, was visuals. Open Frameworks isn't meant for visuals. It's all C++. So I've been working on that, but it's been very fun. I've made some progress.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I like it.
Here.
Yeah, I love the project. I think also, like, I'm curious, like what, like, kind of like, what are some of the tools you use, or like what software you use, like, during the process?
Yeah, so it's Open Frameworks, which is a library of C++. And that's actually all I've used. I've only used C++. I kind of wanted a challenge. So yeah.
And for people who want to learn more about your work, do you have an Instagram account or personal portfolio that you want people to see?
Yeah, I have a website. It's just samdearmas.com, and then all of my other socials are on there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. Thank you so much for coming to the Winter Show. Could you briefly introduce yourself, starting your name, program, and project title?
Hi, I'm Vera. I'm a second year graduate student at the Interactive Telecommunications program. This project is actually a compilation of all the works done by the Sustainable Materials Research Lab, and we've all decided to research one component of a sustainable material, most of which are biomaterials or recycled materials, as part of like a new material sort of invention process.
Amazing. Could you tell us about the process and if there's any challenge you've encountered along the way?
Right. So essentially, we are essentially trying to invent new materials that we can use for fabrication purposes, and a lot of it is like very uncharted territories. So it's a lot of experimentation, a lot of like just learning new information, material science stuff that like I didn't really know before. So it's a lot of like trial error, very time consuming, but it's very cool that we're making some like new steps into like the direction of having more sustainable materials for our projects.
Awesome. What are the materials, like, what tools did you use? If you can tell us, like, what tools you use to make this project?
So a lot of the materials, they are cooked. So we use a lot of like agar-agar, which is like a algae-based gelling material, and then we use a lot of gelatin, which is like animal-based, but it's still like degradable. And then yeah, that's like kind of like the two biggest components of a lot of the projects featured here. And
Sorry, we're up to time. But like, could you tell us, like, what, like, is your, do you have an Instagram that people can find you and learn more about your work?
Yeah, so you can find me at my Instagram or my website. It's the same. It's Zhong ZHONG dot studio.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Hi, hello. What's your name?
Hank.
Oh, nice. Like, can you introduce your project to us, like in the elevator pitch?
Well, the elevator pitch is this thing is called "I'm So Lonely and Leave Me Alone." So it's a installation that if you walk to it, it will be showing like "I'm so alone," but if you approach to it, it will turn into "Leave Me Alone." So it's a shadow art with a 3D printing and what's it called, laser cutting on it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. And I think your contact info is already shown on our
Yeah,
website,
yeah.
so our audience can follow up you after this interview, after this show. And thank you. Yeah, yeah. Let's move forward. Okay, where's our next project? Okay. Oh, hello. Hi. Like, yeah. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Max.
Hi, sorry. You're a visitor to this project, correct? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, and awesome. Yeah, it's awesome that you're visiting this project. Are you the creator for this project?
Yes, I am. Hi, I'm Jetty. Yeah, I'm a first year ITP student here.
And what's your project name?
It's called This Tragedy, which is made for my physical computing finals. Yeah.
Wonderful. Can you explain us a little more about it?
Yeah. So this project is a interactive storytelling piece, which is almost like a novel, where you can interact with the flower and the clock to kind of go back in time and change some theater stories. Um, yeah, and it just describes how four of those tragedy pieces works and how like maybe the essence of theater tragedies are those unfairnesses that are unchangeable.
Wonderful. For maybe for the future, what kind of work do you want to work on? And maybe for future collaborators, where can they find you online?
Oh, so first, for what kind of work I want to work on, I'm definitely seeing myself doing more narration-ish, like creative narration, um, and some kind of this kind of educational purpose stuff, making theater or other literature more accessible. And where to find me, you can always email me. My school email is jw5634@nyu.edu. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your show.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm back. So here's our next project. Hello, it's your project, right? Yeah. What's your name?
I'm Carolyn.
What's your name of your project?
The name of my project is Profitable Puppets.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, you can.
Okay. It's about infinity scrolling on Instagram, on social media platforms, and how the more we scroll, the more profit social media company makes. So it's also about how hate content kind of engages us more. So if you keep scrolling through it, you can see that it becomes more angry and there's more money going into the piggy bank, basically, which is social media companies' bank accounts. And also the message I wanted to give out of this is that not engaging in any way on with hate content on social media platforms is a good way to protect yourselves, and also yeah.
Yeah, amazing. It's really a really interesting project. Also, a really interesting context. And I think lots of our audience will want to follow up with you after our show. So can you share your contact info?
Yeah, this is my Instagram. This is my Instagram.
Okay, nice. Okay, before we leave, do you have anything you want to add on? Okay, yeah.
Don't engage with hate content
Yeah.
online.
Thank
Think
you.
of
Hope
me.
you engage your time here. Hi, how are you? What's your name?
My name is Aradhata Maheshwari.
Can you briefly introduce your project?
Sure. So this is the chromatic harmony temporal clock, and this clock just aims on reducing the stress associated with time and perceiving time differently. So there are 12 bars on the clock, and each bar lights up with each passing hour. So from left to right, it indicates AM when it's yellow, and then it goes from right to left, indicating PM. And yeah, that's
Amazing. Are you about to hang this stuff on your bedroom?
Yes, I do plan on hanging this up in my apartment at some point.
Oh, amazing. So like if our audience trying to pilot your amazing installation, how they should contact you?
You can find me on Instagram at underscore ARADHITA, Aradhita.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Ooh, okay.
Hi, thank you so much for coming to the Winter Show. Could you briefly introduce yourself, starting with your name, program, and project title?
I'm Tao Jie, and I'm a studying with student from NY Shanghai. I'm still like majoring computer science and
Sorry.
minoring IMA and humanity and mathematics. Yeah.
Awesome. Could you tell us like more about your project?
Yeah, my project is basically a blog. It is about gender. Like basically the appearance is imitating Judy Chicago's dinner party. Judy Chicago's dinner party is like basically triangle table with 39 place settings, and each place setting serve a female. So in my project, the platform has a lot of cubes, and each cube serve a new thought. You can go forward or back, blah blah blah, to navigate the virtual space, and also the contents others write, and also you can write your own contents, and then there will appear a new cube, and you can find your contents in the new cube. And also um, there's a Easter egg at the bottom of the table. It is a question mark to question like the meaning of gender, and because it is from the live web class, so it is also has a live function. Like when others writing something or typing something on this website, you can hear the typing sounds on my website, and also like when other finish their typing, then the website will appear like the contents they update at the bottom of the website. Yeah.
That's amazing. Where did you get your inspiration?
Oh, the aspiration actually is from the Brooklyn Museum's Judy Chicago's dinner party. I want to connect gender and also the live web, the blog together, and to make my own project.
Awesome. If we're going to find you on Instagram, like or like personal websites and places we can learn more about your work.
My Instagram is Taojie, Taojie 16, like 1 6. And my personal blog is the Taojie Zhang's personal blog at WordPress.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Hi, welcome to our interview. What's your name?
My name is Josh Sun.
Yeah, can you briefly introduce your project to us?
Yes, so the project is called The Inheritance. It's trying to build a little memorial for all the LGBTQ people who perished during the AIDS epidemic, and especially from the 80s and the 90s, because they are all the leaders, founders, lovers, mentors, teachers of the community, but the AIDS took them all out, leaving a new generation without direction. So this is the project trying to show people their legacies, their inheritance to the next generation. As you can turn this, going through the video, oh, sorry, going through different people, like backward and forward in time. And if you want to check out their legacy, press the button. We'll show you individual videos of what they've done. And press again, we'll go back to the video. And yeah, so.
Yeah, amazing. Like I can see your passion for the things you are really loved about. And
Thank
like
you.
for our audience online, if they also have the same passion like you, they want to contact with you, can you share like your Instagram or something like your social media with
Yeah.
us?
Is Josh at here.
Oh, amazing Instagram. Like this is your Instagram, right? Okay, I can remember this. And thanks for your interview.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's go. Oh,
Hi, thank you so much for coming to the Winter Show.
Oh, we have to be here.
Oh, okay. Could you guys briefly introduce yourself and sign with your name, your program, and about like, your project?
My name is Josh. I'm a second year at ITP. And
I am Michelle. I am also second year at ITP.
And
And together we made Food Not Disturbed. So it's part of the class called Designing the Absurd. And for this assignment, we all had to make objects you find in an absurd hotel. So Josh and I chose to focus on the buffet. So at buffets, sometimes you get up to go get more food, but your existing plate of food is at risk of being taken away. And then we were like, oh, a plate kind of looks like a steering wheel. So why don't we replicate the look of a steering wheel lock and make a plate lock? So basically, when you get up to go get more food, you put this plate lock on, and then you could turn it on. Once it's on, if someone tries to take it away, there's an alarm sound, so the waiters would know to leave your plate behind.
Really like that's amazing. If people want to find you guys on like online to learn more about your work, is there a place like do you guys have Instagram or like any portfolio website?
You can follow me on Instagram at joshjosh.net, spelled out, and also on TikTok.
Amazing.
You can find me on at Michelle, MICHELLEMQWU dot, not spelled out as a real dot, studio on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, hello, welcome to our interview. And what's your name?
Teresa.
Jackson.
And can you introduce your project to us?
So this is a closet in the form of a chair.
Yeah, so it's similar to the previous project. We're designing based around this hotel called the Absurd Hotel. That's the class. So one of the problem we want to solve for hotels is like we don't use the closet. We kind of just use our suitcase or chair. So we just started doing the closet in the form of a chair. So in the back, there's 3 slots for hangers. And in the front, there's 2 compartments, one with a passport, jewelry holder, and a belt holder. And then at the bottom, just a regular compartment. But in the back, there's it's a wine rack for a single bottle of wine and 1 single glass.
Ooh, from your project, I can tell how you love your life. And like, if our audience online wants to buy your closet, how can they contact you?
Oh, I'm on Instagram.
Okay, you can share with us.
Yeah, Jackson Swain.
Okay, Jackson. So what's yours?
Chichi Rathwang. It's QIQI Rathwang.
Thank you. Also, your information should be also posted on our video. So yeah, thank you. Let's go to the next.
There you are. Thank you. Hi, thank you so much for coming to the Winter Show. Could you briefly introduce yourself, starting with your name, program, and project title?
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm from IMA. I'm an IMA junior, and my title of the piece is The Last Few Hours.
Amazing. Could you tell us more about your project? Like, what's your process? If there's any challenges you've encountered along the way?
Sure. So my project is a web-based project that basically contemplates about like life, death, and it's inspired by one day I have an illusion about an octopus invasion to an airport. So I just started to think about like what does life mean and like why are we here? And then so this whole animation is being built in Maya first and then rendered into a 2-minute animation. After that, I chop that animation into pieces and then put them into a website and using JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. And then this interactive website will allow you to explore this journey airport with the octopus. So like each button is, and then that will lead you into different journey. So let's say we have arrived in front of an elevator.
Yeah, that's awesome. Actually, if people want to learn more about your work online, do you have an Instagram or portfolio? We can check it out.
Yeah, you can check it out here.
So it's
RR_ANNAH.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Hi, welcome to our interview. And so, what's your name?
My name is Diana.
Oh, yeah, hi Diana. So, can you introduce your project to us?
Yes, of course.
My project is called Lonely People in the Building, and this is an interactive painting, and this is kind of my rethinking of what interactive art is. So I took it very literally. I made interactive painting, like basically canvas, and when you touch the frame, you can peek into the life of neighbors or strangers, basically, and yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
this is it.
Yeah, amazing. I can tell like your artistic expressions through this project. If our audience online want to follow up you to see more works you've done, can you share your Instagram or like your social media with us?
Yeah, I have an Instagram. It's This is the real Diana. If you want, you can follow me.
Sure. So let's follow. This is Real Diana. Yeah, let's go to the next project. Thank you.
Hi, thank you so much for coming to the Winter Show. Could you briefly introduce yourself, starting with your name, program, and project title?
Okay. My name is May. I'm IMA freshman class of 2027, and this project is called Jewels.
Amazing. Could you tell us more about the process and what are some of the challenges you've encountered along the way?
Okay, yeah, for sure. So one thing that was challenging about this is that every time I set this up, the way that it works, it's tracking this laser, that camera. Every time I move it to a new area, I have to, I have to like, oh sure, okay, and I'll show it here. Every time I have to like, I move this project to a new area, I install it in a different place. I have to like remap the coordinates that the camera is capturing to the screen, and it's not like that's not like technically difficult, but it's just kind of annoying. There were some other technically difficult things like I just like getting the like cat to like pathfind to the laser and like giving it different behaviors and behavioral states that affect its pathfinding. That was probably a challenge.
That's wonderful. If people want to learn more about your work online, could you tell us, like, do you have an Instagram or like any portfolio website that we can visit?
Yeah, my Instagram is at VVTCHLET. And I also do music, so if you're interested in that, my SoundCloud is Witchlet, WITCHLET.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Our interview, and what's your name?
I'm Cindy.
Oh, hello, Cindy. Can you introduce your lovely project to us?
Thank you. So basically, it's a computer that's in the shape of a blob, and then if you stand in front of it, you're becoming a blob, and you can change the parameters of the blob. Yeah, there you go. You can change the parameters by like controlling the knobs, and then yeah, it's blob all the way, I guess.
Oh, amazing. Your project's really lovely. Are you about to sell it online?
No, it's for myself.
Okay, cool. So, like, if our audience online, I think they also love your project very much. Like, if they want to follow up your project in the future, can you share your social media account with us?
Unfortunately, I don't use social media. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But yeah,
But live in the present moment and then play with my blog.
okay. But it's really nice, and thanks for your sharing. Thank you. Let's go. Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much for coming to the Winter Show. Could you briefly introduce yourself and starting with your name, program, and project title?
Sure. So my name is Faisai. I'm a first year ITP student. This project is called Root, the root of plants, the root of trees. Yeah.
Amazing. Could you tell me about like what are some of the process you've been through and like what are some of the challenges?
Sure. So this project is actually inspired by one of the greatest psychologists, Gustav Jung, and he once described the real life is hidden underneath in the soil. So that I resonate with human being as well, and how real life, real authentic conversation is actually hidden in our brain. Because you hear people talk, having conversation, you see their behaviors, but actually there's always like hidden meaning behind of that. So inspired by that, I created this system. So the little dots connected to the roots is actually root nodules. They're actually filled with bacteria inside. But our mother nature, the plants are actually able to transfer these bacteria into nutrients. That's one of the most important nitrogens into the whole house, overall house of the planet, plants and the trees. And then I call this when you light, cast it on this thing, it create like rainbow sort of like atmosphere. I call this as a transformative moment that resemble also in life, because in life we often have negative feeling towards bacteria. Human being doesn't like bacteria at all, but also similar to struggles, difficult moments, and painful moments. Like we don't want that. We try to. Human beings are hardwired to avoid pain, avoid challenge. But those are actually also transformative moments, because out of those things we can become a stronger self. We can become a better self. So this whole environment, I also think I invited all the participants to enter a underground world, and then it start become we all start become a insects and bacteria, little bugs. And when people all walk under here, there's a sensor over there which detect humans movement. And this mycorrhizal network, this through fungi, they would start communication, fire up with each other, and sending signals to neighborhood like there's some bugs coming, help them be more active and help in a way. So I just hope this whole environment can be transformative, and it will be remind people like in the future whenever you encounter like challenge moment or difficult moment, you will come out of this and become a stronger person. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your presentation. Is there any contact info you want to give with us so people could find you?
Sure. You can follow me on Instagram. My name is FAY _ CAIX. And also you can find me through my website, faycai.com. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your presentation. So so that was our last project for the day for the fourth floor. But we are going to now walk around the floor and maybe revisit projects that we might have missed, and also do like a quick rundown of what's going on right now on 370J fourth floor. Are we on? Hi, can you tell us your name, your project title, and your department, please?
Yeah, my name is Jessica. I am an IMA third year, and my project is called Miscellaneous Dreamatorium.
Wonderful. I think it looks amazing. Can you elaborate a little more about it?
Yeah, so it's an interpretive child's playroom installation, and it mixes a lot of physical and digital materials. I created all of the animations with analog and digital techniques, and then used digital fabrication for the actual installation staging. And it evokes just imagination and dreams.
Wonderful. I think there are a lot of like fine details like that, like small puma in the corner, and like a lot of like projection mapping, I'm assuming. And it seems like it's very high tech and really organized. Is there any like favorite part to this project that you're particularly like fond of?
I think I am glad that I was able to mix a lot of different mediums, and it creates kind of a confusing but intentionally confusing composition.
Wonderful. Could you actually share with us your contact info for people who want to reach out to you in the future, maybe?
Yeah, my website is my full name, Jessica Lin, LIN.world, and then my Instagram and email are linked on that.
Wonderful. Can you spell out your Instagram for us?
BYJXSSICA.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So we will continue to walk around the floor and look at projects that are interesting.
I say I hear something.
Sorry, what?
I hear something actual, but I didn't hear the from.
What do you mean?
I hear something from like say blah blah blah.
Find Alan or anybody else. Can be standby. Hi, can you introduce yourself by telling us your name, your program, and your project title, please?
Yes. Hi, I'm Zoe Ferguson. I'm in the ITP program second year.
And what's your project title?
My project is titled Magic Touch.
Wonderful. Magic Touch. Can you elaborate a little more about that?
Definitely. So this is Flora, and she is half physical canvas, half computer. And like us, she can experience the magic of sharing human touch. But also like us, it's only a positive experience if it's done with consent.
Oh, interesting. Can you like help demonstrate it for us?
Definitely, no problem. So her whole body is touch sensitive, but if you touch it without getting consent, you get a consent error. And that is actually documented and saved. But if you get consent by holding and waiting for her to decide if she gives you consent, then you get to start the drawing, and you can draw different parts. You can expand the drawing. You can change the color. And every single drawing ends up as a unique experience that then after 1 minute is saved, and she keeps an archive of all of her shared touch experiences, both positive and negative.
Wow, I think this is wonderful in the way that it's visualizing consent and kind of emphasizing the beauty of consent. Is there like a technology that you use behind this project?
Yes, so I'm using conductive paint, and that actually is being used as a capacitive sensor. So when you touch it with your human body, you're using the human capacitance and basically connecting the circuit. And so that experience is what's creating the signal to then send through the microcontroller and then to P5 as a signal for the drawing. And so it's changing as you are connecting the circuit with your body.
Wow, that's wonderful. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of audience that wants to like follow up with your project. Do you see this project maybe branching into like another form in the future?
Yes, I mean, I would love to see it as a museum installation because it looks like a canvas, but it's one that you can touch, and that's a different experience for most museum installations. So yes, I would really love to see it in a museum, and I'm thinking of applying for it.
Wonderful. For maybe museum recruiters in the future, is there like a contact info you would like to share with us?
Yes. So my design account is skygaze_designs.
And that is on Instagram, correct?
Yes, that is on Instagram.
Wonderful. Any websites you want to add, or any notes that you would like to add to your project today?
No, I think that's it. I really appreciate you talking to me about it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Which project? Project?
Yeah, my name is Max, and I am here representing the 100 Days of Making class. And so what this is everyone, the class starts and you pick a topic to do for 100 days in a row. And throughout the 100 days, it's a lot about repetition and learning how to be an artist every single day and learning how to, your minimum viable product, as well as, what are the big days like? What are the small days like? And so these are all, these are strips, and each one of them represents a person in the class and a topic that they have chosen to do, essentially. Yeah, and there were about 16 of us in the class, and we all, these were taken a little bit before the end of the show, and so all of them have about 80 or 86 days, but we're all going to hit 100 days and celebrate then.
That's amazing. Where did you get your inspiration?
My inspiration, I did 100 days of zines, and I really love zines because I really like tactile physical media, and I like playing with paper, and I like the idea of figuring out how to bind zines and make them into like narratives, if that makes sense. And so that's what really made me excited, and I think I've done a pretty good job of doing that. I'm on day 95 right now, almost finished up.
Wonderful. If people want to learn more about your work online, could you let us know what's your Instagram?
Yeah, of course. My Instagram is Crabapple Feeder. That's where I post all my 100 days. And everyone here has their own Instagram, which you can find by going to the hashtag IMA 100 days. We all post under that hashtag in order to keep accountability and keep track. But you can find, all our projects and then everyone's projects from past years under hashtag IMA 100 days.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Hi.
If you want to talk a little more about your project, it's not working. I need to know everyone. Make sound. Right now we're on poster, but Hello. I know we have visited you earlier, but would you like to talk a little more about your pigeon project?
Yeah. So this project is called Immortal Visions. So when I came to United States, I didn't have friends. So I was really isolated from society. So but when I was walking outside, I found a lot of pigeons, and then suddenly I remember that there are a lot of pigeons in Japan as well. And then I feel like, oh, now I found the connection between United States through pigeons, and then since then, pigeon is such a important, symbol for my art making process. But like when I came to New York, I saw a lot of dead pigeon on the streets. I feel like nobody cares, but I understand because like people has different interests. So I'm really interested in pigeons, but others not. That's understandable. But I definitely felt some frustration, frustration a lot. So I kind of want to release my frustration, and then came up the idea about make a memorial like this kind of soft sculpture for pigeons to release my frustration. Yeah.
Wonderful. Gotcha. Would you like to maybe do like a technical demo of this pigeon?
Actually, when you hug my pigeon, they will create a sound and vibration. And then this is so, like this is really personal sound. It's like it's emerged from inside. It's pretty hard to hear, but actually pigeon is cooking right now. You hear? Can you catch it?
It is a very loud room, so I'm not sure if the microphone is able to pick it up. But I did definitely hear like a coo from the soft sculpture. Is that what this hard wire is for?
Yes. So this wire actually, this inside of this wire, there's 4 wires. 2 is for my speakers, and then 2 is for my pressure sensor. So that's how it works.
Wonderful. Is there any other last minute note you would like to add?
Not really, but hopefully everyone loves pigeon in the future. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hi, YouTube. YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in at 370 J Street, the 2023 Winter Show at ITP, IMA, and LowRes. Tomorrow we will have the second part of the show will take place on the second floor, and we will interviewing some of more awesome projects there done by the ITP IMA community. And please, it will take place from 4 to 8 p.m. So we'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Thank you so much for coming.